Morning, everybody. It's Phil Hueston from All-Star Sports Academy here in Toms River, New Jersey. I'm here speaking on behalf of 140.6 Media, the resource for triathletes. And I want to talk a little bit with you guys today about what to look for in a coach for strength and conditioning for triathlon. I've had the pleasure over the years of working with marathoners, triathletes. Although I am not a triathlete myself, I do understand the process and I do understand the movement patterns that need to be improved, and that's a key phrase right there. So when you come into a facility looking for a coach to help you get stronger for your triathlon training, a couple things you want to look for. You want to look for a coach who understands the process. So when you're talking with your coach and you're talking about what you want out of your triathlon performance, your coach should understand what you want, not what he thinks you want or she thinks you want. The other thing you want to be looking for is a facility that can actually provide you with customized training, customized programming. Once we get into more competitive sports, whether you're a professional athlete or you're a triathlete, we do get more focused on sports-specific training, things that are going to improve the movement patterns that make your training better so that you can become a better triathlete. Which leads me to my third point. You do not want to find a program necessarily that is called triathlon strength training. Some of those might be fine. Most of the time it's going to be a marketing gimmick. You won't find me out there registering myself and calling myself a triathlon sports strength trainer, even though I work with endurance athletes on a regular basis. The fact of the matter is that all sports movements begin with functional movements. And when you improve functional movement, you improve your sports movements. And that's really where we want to go with this conversation today. There's a buzz in the triathlon community and around that community that people are looking for triathlon-based strength training programs. It's an absolute fallacy. If someone's selling that to you, they're probably marketing it to you so they can make a few extra bucks on a regular training program. The fact of the matter is, and what we want to look for, two things that are critical: an assessment and a real assessment, not just a fitness test. Somewhere where we check your movement patterns, take a look at how you're moving, figure out what's going on for you, what kind of neuromuscular deficits you might have or kinetic chain dysfunctions you might have, and then we start to build a program around you. And that's the second thing you want to look for, is that customized training we mentioned earlier. Now, we might have common elements that all triathletes do, and that's pretty common across the board, things that we want to make sure we strengthen. For example, spinal stabilization is critical for triathletes. You're going to be in that aero position for up to 112 miles. That's a difficult position for most people to handle because of the hip extension and flexion that takes place and the resistance to gravity that the spine has to maintain for that incredible distance. The longer you can stay comfortable in that aero, the better off you are. However, if I build my program for you around your aero position, that's going to be a lot of volume unnecessarily for one particular set of muscles to do, and we're going to wear them out, not make them better. High volume exercise programs are not the answer for triathletes. Good movement is better than more movement. More is not better. Better is better. And I am certain that you're going to hear that from at least one other person on this media channel at some point in the future, or if you haven't already heard it. So, assessment, customized programming. That programming should focus around the movement patterns that make it easier for you to train. Your endurance for triathlon is not going to happen in here in my facility. It's going to happen in your block training. My job is to help you improve the movement patterns that make your block training better and more effective. We want to make you stronger, give you better endurance, and make you more durable or injury resistant. We can only do that with really good functional training and a really good assessment to start that process off. Great, so talking about triathlon training, and we're covering a couple different topics here. One of the things not to look for in a training facility, and this is I'm going to talk about triathletes, but this is true for any athlete, any person. If you walk into a facility and they have workouts written on whiteboards that are there for everybody in their facility for the entire day, and scaling those or adjusting those is left up to the client, they're leaving the science of training up to the person who's likely to be the least qualified person to do it. I'm qualified to do scaling or adjusting. I'm qualified to do progressions and regressions. Other coaches like myself, guys who are quality people and have spent the time in the industry, I have 15 years in the industry and a lot of education because I want to. We're good at it, and we're the people that should be doing it for you. If your coach leaves it to you to scale it based on what you think you can do, you're there for a reason. You're there because you don't know what to do. If you knew what to do, you'd already be doing it. So if you walk in and find a pre-written workout on the board that you're supposed to figure out for yourself and figure out if you can do, that's someplace you might want to run away from. And you're triathletes, so you're good at running. So you can run somewhere else.
Okay, Phil, where can we find you?
There's lots of places you can find us. You can come right to me through the website, allstarsportsacademynj.com, You can reach us at 732-597-3725, on Facebook at facebook.com/allstarsportsacademy, and on Twitter at twitter.com/allstarsportsnj. Our email here is allstarsportsacademy@yahoo.com. Please feel free to forward any questions that you have. Hate mail should go to www.idon'tcare.com. Hi, this is Phil Hueston at All Star Sports Academy, and this is 140.6 Media.